Hi there. I'm on the National Weather Service. It's April 10th, but where I'm at, it's 1:11 a.m. So I'm kind of into April 9th. I want to show you something interesting here on the National Weather Service. Okay, I want to point out on this active alert map over here in West Virginia, where it doesn't look like there's anything going on, correct? Let's look at the radar. Look at that. Let's make it larger. High resolution version, loop image. We'll move over here. We've got storms coming there. Look at that, it's a star shape. That's amazing. So let's go over here. Isn't that interesting looking? But there's apparently nothing really going on there except this radar just blurbing out. Let's click on it a minute. Charleston, West Virginia radar. Now, the cool thing is I can go down here and get rid of the topo. I can get rid of the counties, the highways, and then you can see it a little bit better. I can go on to the storm relative, and we can do the same thing. Get rid of the topo, the counties, the highways, and you can see this radar going way out to here. Now, why would the radar be doing that? Let's go back, 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 so we can see here. Why is it doing that? You know, you might wonder. Wow, this radar over here looks like a bird. And these lines, in case you wonder when you look at this, those are wind. That's the wind. So there's a change of something happening here. And it's heading this way. Let's make this smaller. Again. So the storm's heading toward West Virginia. And look at how much the radar is here on the whole eastern area of the United States compared to the west, except for along the border, as usual, which is used for keeping an eye on what's coming across the border, basically. So what's going on here? Let's look at another place. All right, College of DuPage. I'll go on the National Radar Loop. And you can see it right there. And here's the timestamp. Okay. Now, all these radar stations are pretty intense. See, the big circles going out, like it looks like to a pretty high degree, but this one is a different color and it's flashing. Let's click the next red sites. Let's click right on there. Okay. Now I want to know what the weather is going to be like there. Don't you? But first let's watch this change a little bit here. So I clicked on the 48 button over here. Okay. Here's the timestamp. So that's a long time for it to be that color. And, oops, here is the key over here. And you can see it does seem to be like throbbing. Okay. And we can look at the storm relative. This white line is supposed to be the direction of the wind, I believe. See, it throbs out and gets larger. Small at 50 miles and then out. This larger circle here is a 100-mile radius. Okay, so now I'm back on the National Weather Service. I'm going to click in that area. And here is the forecast for Charleston, West Virginia. You can see this lighter sort of beige cream color thing over here. What's the special weather statement say? All these counties says elevated fire danger will continue through Monday. Afternoon relative humidities on Monday will bottom out around 30% with southwest wind gusts near 30 miles per hour. As fuels continue to dry out, elevated fire danger will persist into Monday. Open fires will be difficult to control. Anyone with outdoor burning plans should use extreme caution or consider postponing your burn until conditions improve. Now, let's go back. Okay, so it's drying out. Let's look at the radar again. Okay, we'll look at this one. And let's look at the loop. Let's storm relative. Here's the compo. The base. That's what we were seeing. Alright, so why do they have the radar at that intensity if there's not actually a storm? What is the cause of that? Or what is the reason for that? Okay, so I'm looking for some kind of an answer, and here from the Charleston Gazette Mail, I'm sorry, is this article, Thousands of Defects Found on Oil Train Routes. This is the picture from May 2014, where these oil tankers derailed. Government inspections of railroads that haul violet crude oil across the United States have uncovered almost 24,000 safety defects, including problems similar to those blamed in derailments that triggered massive fires or oil spills in Oregon, Virginia, Montana, and elsewhere, according to the data. The link for this will be below, but I don't think this is what it is. So then I found this article about West Virginia Senate panel does about face on broadband bill. And this talks all about how there was a bill that the State Government Organization Committee voted unanimously Wednesday to undo the changes its members had approved the previous afternoon. That's an interesting article, but I don't think that has anything to do with it either. But the link will be below. And here also is an article about mine safety, black lung bills reintroduced into Congress, which would be great, especially if we're going to be using coal more. This is aimed at better protecting the health and safety of coal miners and reforming the program that provides benefits to victims of black lung disease. So the link for this article will be below, but I don't think that's what I'm looking for. This article, what you need to know about West Virginia's medical marijuana bill, could possibly make some sense about why they would want room to grow marijuana. But this is a very interesting article. It has a lot of information about if you live in West Virginia and you want medical marijuana. So the link for this will be below. Okay, so let's look up radar. A system for detecting the presence, direction, distance, and speed of aircraft, ships, and other objects by sending out pulses of high-frequency electromagnetic waves that are reflected off the object back to the source. So radar initially is used for detecting the presence of aircraft, ships, and other objects by sending out high-frequency electromagnetic waves. All right. So then let's look up high-frequency electromagnetic waves. So there's a lot of information here. If you want to find out yourself, you can just type that in. But I'm going to read a little bit of one of these here. Okay, so this is an article by Dr. McCullough, who's an osteopath, has more education than some other doctors. High-frequency electromagnetic radiation information sheet. And then he talks about how the field that comes from radio, TV, police, fire, military communications, microwave, radar, and cellular phones. The energy level is billions of times stronger than the natural high-frequency energies from the cosmos that existed during our biological development. Today, these energies are pervasive and can be measured everywhere on Earth. Research shows cataracts, blood composition changes, hormone alterations, and chromosomal abnormalities are induced at high-frequency energies. The power levels involved were 1/100th of the standard now set by the U.S. government. An Air Force study on rats in the early 80s showed stress-induced reduction in immune system response and cancers of the pituitary, thyroid, and adrenal glands at low 0.5, I don't know how to read that, I'm sorry, energy level. So this talks a lot about that, and there's more here. It's actually not a very long article. You might be interested in reading it yourself. So it does something definite. The radar definitely does change matter, living material, but can it change the weather and dry out the atmosphere is what I'm looking for. And why would they want to do that? Now this is a great little website here, and the link for it will be below. CV News, Climate Viewer News. This is cloud ionization, electric rainmaking, and laser-guided weather modification. I know you're thinking, I must be crazy, right? This is published by Jim Lee, and I highly recommend looking at it. There's a lot on here. The link for this will be below. Okay, it's really difficult to find what I'm looking for. Maybe I'm just using the wrong words and I'm too tired, but here under photo evaporation from Wikipedia, it says, a planet can be stripped of its atmosphere or parts of the atmosphere due to high energy photons and other electromagnetic radiation, which is what is in radar. So let's keep moving along, and I will put the link for this below. And that looks like some flying saucers I've seen before. Okay. I just want to show you this radar from the site because I'm still looking for Tri-State update. West Virginia. This is the radar. Nothing happening. That's what's being reported on this storm tracker weather report weather. You can see this bird-like thing over here, and this is where I live right here. But nothing in here on the radar. Even when I push this to have it move, we can back up and watch it. Oh, maybe it won't do it from that far away. Oh, there we go. Well, it's trying. But nothing changes right in here. Look at this purple right over here. Wow. Unusual color to see on the map. As long as we're there, let's go back and see what it looks like all over the United States there. Okay. They're not showing anything anywhere besides the United States. No warnings for the area. Here's an interesting article from 1946, Water Vapor Absorption of the Electromagnetic Radiation. This is not what I was looking for exactly, but here, microwave radiation to eliminate moisture content in wood elements. So, electrical radiation from radar can eliminate moisture. Grateful for you and here at your service. I don't know why they're doing it though. Bye-bye.